Next up, Dee Hilbert.
Good evening. I wanted to comment on a recent article in the Rochester Post last week. It said, water reservoirs move forward. It states water rates will be reduced by 42%, saving residents, quote, $2.4 million annually. I don't know how this can be a fact when a factual business case has not been presented. According to you, the council, no final decision's been made. Cost estimates have run $8 to $20 million. How can anyone say, what the savings will be and what the costs are going to be without having some figures? In the feasibility study that's been mentioned, savings were based on the old inflated peak rate and an unrealistic payback of 3 to 4 years. It also didn't include savings from enforcing water restrictions. Detroit Water and Sewer will not guarantee that construction of water reservoirs will save us money. They've only given us figures that I know of for 1 year. There's been a recent loss of staff and uncertainty of the future of Detroit Water, which raises additional concerns for me about investing millions of our dollars with this water department with no guaranteed rate and an unsure future of how water will be dealt with in the future. Detroit Water even admits that the rising water rates are led by decreased consumption and their need to maintain revenue to support the system. The article goes on to state that using the city's own capital funds could provide the water reservoir construction funding. As far as I know, what I've been following, originally it was going to be done with bonds. More recently, the council voted that the funding was going to come from internal funds and would be paid back from interest. So now I want to know, has something changed? Has there been a change in the decision? Did I miss something? We also have to figure in the cost of financing and the depreciation added to the overall cost, and we haven't seen those numbers. Councilman Rosen and residents have questioned the need for 2-3 million gallon reservoirs. The city staff is adamant that this is what we needed, yet now we're looking to sell water to other communities. What a good deal for them to have to not invest their money to get a better rate. In addition, water use is down in Rochester Hills, as is all southeast Michigan, and we're almost built out. Question need for so much water. If usage continues to decline and the cost keeps going up, people use more, the shortfall will just be added to everybody's water bill. So why add infrastructure if the need is decreasing? To place one of these tanks in somebody's neighborhood is unconscionable. Our engineers talked about making them look nice, burying them, putting test courts. That's not going to happen because it adds considerable cost to the reservoirs. And if we're going to do that, that's another variable we haven't seen is how much that would cost. I have concerns about the sound, how, at night these things will be pumping at night in a residential neighborhood. I just think it's wrong. It's all around wrong. We, the water and sewer customers of Rochester Hills, we paid for an engineering study, $500,000. And there has not been a final decision. Sorry, I know my time's up.
All right, thank you.
I finished my comments.
Thank you.